Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. I thought she was up here before, but
No.
this is her first time.
This is my first time here.
All right, we popping that cherry
We
for
have
Evelyn.
Evelyn Lozada. Welcome.
Evelyn
Thank
Lozada
you.
is here, and you have so much going on right now.
Yeah, life is crazy. I'm actually here in New York doing on a book tour, promoting stuff, and actually getting some family time in. My grandpa is somewhere around here. Is he outside? Oh, you can have him come in. Yeah, so my grandpa's here.
Okay.
I don't know if we want your grandfather in here.
Why no? Bring
He
him
watches the
in.
show. He probably knows everything that's going
No,
on.
my grandpa
Come
is
on.
awesome. Do you guys know I just found my grandpa 2 years ago.
Oh,
Where'd you find him?
So my mom, make a long story short, my mom never knew her dad growing up. We did Ancestry, started, getting some hits with a Santiago family, hired a private detective, and we found him in Puerto Rico.
how amazing was that? Did he know that?
No, so the crazy thing is so we ended up contacting his sister's grandson. And he was in Puerto Rico, and he said that he was looking for my grandpa too because there was a disconnect in the family. So we ended up giving him the information of where, my grandpa was. And he went over there with a picture of my mom, and he was like, you have family members looking for you. He knew that he had a child out there, but he thought my mom was a boy. So for him to find out that my mom was a girl and we were looking for him, he was excited. And he was literally on a plane 2 days later.
Did he know who you were?
No.
No, he had no.
He had no
clue.
he had no clue, but my aunt, his daughter, she knew who I was.
And then
Really?
walking around with you, I'm sure he's like, whoa.
yeah, he's a little like, what's going
This
on?
is
He
weird.
lives in Puerto Rico, so things are a little different over there.
That ancestry DNA is no joke because people find out all kinds of things.
Yes, it was
They
like,
find out that that's not their real daddy. They find out
Yeah.
that they have brothers and sisters out there that they never knew about.
it is the best thing ever, though. It's like
For
I
some
even
people.
have people. Right, this is true. It was a huge positive to me. So shout out to Ancestry.
Now, somebody in the room said that. How did they put it, Eddie?
Uh-oh.
What'd they say?
Okay, well, our intern, I guess, said it. I didn't want to put it out there. What did you say? I couldn't look because I'm a married man. What did you say?
I said your cheeks were sitting real nice.
She said you worked out because your cheeks are sitting real nice.
I'll take it. I'll take, girl.
She
I
said,
try
"I'll
to hit
take
the gym in between. I
I
have
can't look because I'm married, but she said, wow, her cheeks are sitting nice. She must work out a lot.
Oh,
I
thank
kept my head
you.
down. So what do you do to make sure your cheeks are sitting nice?
I do squats. I do a lot of squats. I eat clean and I try to really, live the healthiest lifestyle. I'm not out partying, drinking. I mean, nobody ever
Anymore.
really sees me out anymore.
Anymore,
no.
right?
I have a 5-year-old. I'm at home being a mom. So, life has changed a little bit. I mean, like I do the show and I come up for those things and to do things like this and then I go back in my cocoon.
Let's get back into. Can we talk about these things too? Because
What?
she has a book out right now, and she has Basketball Wives. The show is back.
Why you still doing this show, man?
You know what? Because
You like
I love
fighting, you like stress, you like anxiety.
and you know what?
You
And
had
it
a
is
lot.
stressful. It is stressful. But really, honestly, DJ, it's like I love the fans of the show. Like I feel like because of Basketball Wives, like I wouldn't be sitting here today with you guys.
Right.
Those cheeks wouldn't be sitting here
These
today.
these cheeks would not be sitting here, and it's always love, and I'm able to kind of just. I always come up with ideas and things like whether it's jewelry or whatever, and it always does well because I'm wearing it on the show. So I just use the opportunity.
The benefits from
Yeah,
it.
and I mean I love doing certain scenes with certain people, but
Who are you cool with this year? Or are you cool
This
with
year.
anybody?
I'm cool. I'm cool with Shawnee. I'm really cool with
Okay,
Shawnee.
with Shawnee.
I'm cool with Kristen.
Kristen.
Malaysia.
Okay.
Jackie and I, we're cool. We're in
Jackie.
a great place. Who else is there?
There's a couple other people you're missing.
Yeah,
Little
that's
shade.
it. That's it.
Now-
All right, now hold on. I want to go back though because this is Evelyn's first time here.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
And I want to be clear, right? Because Evelyn, I knew you before you did Basketball Wives. And you were for real friends with Jennifer. That's actually how I know you.
Yes.
So you were in her wedding. You guys knew each other from back in the day, from being in Toronto, right?
No, for being in Boston.
Oh, in Boston together,
Boston.
right? Okay, so
Y'all don't
that's
fuck
how-
with each other now, huh?
No, it's the
Can
relationship.
we get to that,
I'm
MB?
sorry.
God, relax.
The
Okay.
relationship is strange. We you know what we say? It's like a toxic marriage. It really is.
But why? Y'all didn't have sex with the same man or nothing?
We never had sex with the same
So
man.
why is the problems?
Because she was talking about Shanice.
Yeah, so that's the real issue.
know.
But can we get to
And-
that?
I'm
I want to
sorry.
start
That
off.
Go ahead.
Shanice, your daughter.
Yeah.
Shanice is my daughter.
Now, so this is all crazy to me because I watched all of that unfold on the show because, sometimes it's hard for me to watch it because I do know you guys were like best friends for quite some time. And we were in, the Bahamas together, wedding together, been on trips, and your daughter's been there as a little girl swimming with the dolphins. We were just talking about that in the Bahamas. And so to see your friendship deteriorate the way that it has after watching the show, do you think that perhaps the show contributes to this? Because people are trying to come up with storylines. There's things being said. You watch the show, you're like, when did that happen? This got edited a certain way. So in reality, I know the show has benefits, but do you feel like your friendship suffered because of it?
I feel so. So last season, for example, I genuinely wanted to work on my friendship with her because there was so much that had happened with Chad, whatever. So I'm like, I'm past it. I wanted to work on the relationship with her. We had our scene on the beach. That was a real authentic thing. We cried and I was like, cool, whatever we said back in the day, it don't even matter. Like, I love you and I care about you. So, let's just keep doing this. So then that was the season before last. Then last season, it comes out that she was saying things about Shanice. So it was hard for me to process.
What did she say though? What did she say about
she said, apparently, allegedly, she said that, my daughter was a latchkey kid. For anybody that knows me, I don't care who I've dated, what I've done. Like, I'm a great mom. Like, I take care of my kids. I don't, from day one, I had my daughter pregnant 16, had her at 17. So she'd been rocking with me from day one. So that to me it was hurtful because, Jackie saying something about Shanice it doesn't matter. She never met Shanice.
Correct.
But Jennifer, you just said you were swimming with the dolphins. You're 7 years old. You've been to birthday parties. So I'm kind of like, I know we've been through some stuff, but even Tami and I, we have never talked about each other's kids. So that just really hurt my heart.
You still say alleged though.
Well, because I can't give too much away with this season, but the truth comes out, and it comes out from her. So, when she was up here, it was like, I watched it and I said to myself, okay, I didn't know what the truth was still. But now in hindsight, I'm like, you went on the show and, and this is just what it is. You played the victim and you weren't truthful, she made comments about Malaysia while she was up here, called her a linebacker and whatever it was. But meanwhile, Malaysia was speaking the truth. So it's like, just say like, look, you know what? I was mad at you. I couldn't stand you. And I did say stuff about your daughter because I was upset. I'll take that. But instead, you tried to cover it up. But because, especially with this season, it comes up again. It comes up again because everybody knows like you're not being truthful. So, and it's hard for me to move past that. Just how do you move?
Not when you go at the kids.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm
Punch
kind of
me,
like,
kick me, not my kids though.
Not my kids. And I feel like, I love her to death. I don't wish her anything negative in life.
You're better than me.
But
talk about my kids. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, but when it comes to my baby, somebody that you've spent time with, and Shanice is so innocent. She's been the topic of conversation for 2 seasons.
Right.
And it's like,
she never apologized, never said sorry, never.
She ended up texting her. She ended up texting her when we started filming this season, which is another thing. I'm like, you could have reached out to her prior to filming. Everything's not for the show.
Did it for the show.
Everything's not for the show. You could have reached out to me during after Amsterdam and been like, you know what? Like, I want to talk to you one-to-one. Shanice, I'm sorry that your name is being thrown around like this, but that never happened.
How hard is it for Shanice she's not even really on the show like that.
And you know her, she's so like, I mean, she looks how she looks, but she's such a sweet soul. So she's just, I feel bad. And as her mom, I feel responsible because I'm the one that's on the show. So it's not fair to her. It's like, why is she always the topic of conversation? Just because, she's this beautiful girl that, women want to hate on, because that's all I can think of. Like, what else could it possibly, all because you want to take a dig at me, and that's really
the way they know to get to you.
Yes. And looked, all the therapy and all the yanlas in the world, like when it comes to my kids, I'm not fucking around.
Now I'm not go out the window. Now you mentioned Tami Roman.
Yeah.
Are you and Tami cool?
No.
To you and Tami, I don't know. It's weird because even from now, you had to be honest with her early on. And so you understood why she had an issue with you at first.
Tell her, I don't remember.
What was it?
Just because she found out that you had been with her ex.
Okay, I have something.
And you
but
told her
it's-
that after y'all were friends.
Tell
and-
us names. Yeah, I don't remember who.
Kenny,
what-
Kenny
Oh, Kenny.
Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson. And so she felt like you should have told her that a lot earlier than you did.
Right.
So
So when she came onto the show, literally when we filmed that scene, I understand that part. So when she approached me with it, like, well, you should have told me that, you messed around with Kenny. I was like, dang, they were married. I talked to this guy. He didn't tell me he was married. So years later, because of the internet, she wasn't even with him. And I understand. I get the, we were chilling out. You should have told me you messed with my ex.
Right.
I fully understand. But we only knew each other about a month at that point,
Okay.
So it wasn't like the whole season went by of Basketball Wives and then it was like we at the reunion. Do you understand what I'm saying? So and I'll take that. That's fine.
I was there that night randomly.
You
It was-
were.
I was
It was
there.
great. It
I
was the
minding my
non-motherfucking
business.
factor night.
Yeah.
Was it that night?
I remember we were at the bar. I was with Kaiser. And then we turned around. All of a sudden, there's fighting going on, things being
Y'all
done. I'm
fought?
like, what just happened?
It was a little
Goodness
something.
gracious.
This is a long time ago.
He's an honorary basketball wife. But go ahead.
She really was. It was a little something. But the whole time I'm feeling guilty. I'm like, I messed with this man and he was married. Come to find out, he was engaged to Tamika, somebody else, the mother of his son, which actually she should be the one that's upset because I didn't know he was with her either. So when she came onto the show, I felt like she put it out to the world as if they were together and married, which he was with somebody else. But, me not telling her, that's fine. I'll take that one.
You think you guys after that ever felt like that really was your friend after that? Like,
No.
never.
No, I kind of just felt like this is show and we only see each other during the show. We never hung out outside of the show. It was just always a show thing. Like, I mean, you don't really see us, unless it was a Basketball Wives, we're doing promotion. We've never hung out.
Now, another big situation that happened on the last season, you and Shaq.
Oh my God.
The rumor was,
Yeah.
you're like, the rumor was that you slept with Shaq.
Yeah.
And Shawnee found out about it, and no one had told her, but everybody, I guess, had been buzzing about it behind the scenes.
Yep.
So explain how that rumor came about.
Well,
and
did you sleep with
how
Shaq?
you and Shawnee
I did not sleep with
squashed it.
Shaq. Never slept with Shaq. I have been around Shaq probably twice in my life. One was at Shawnee's baby shower. The other one was when they won the championship. Never messed with Shaq. So what happened well, this was the start of the problem. Tami and I, we were kind of cool on the show. I was like, okay, we're going to move past the bullshit. I don't have none against you.
Right.
Comes out that Jennifer and Tami are actively trying to find receipts and expose on the show that I messed with Shaq. So when we did the scene that we're all sitting there, it's looking like, Shawnee's upset because she heard some things that, could affect her life. And I'm thinking I'm good. I know me and Shawnee are good. So when it comes out that Jennifer says, well, whatever she said, in that scene, I don't remember exactly.
I see that part. Yeah, you look surprised like ish.
It hit me
You
like
like
a ton
me?
of bricks because I'm like, I'm thinking I'm Gucci, I'm like, man, that's my best friend. Like, we're cool. So, and I'm saying to myself, y'all are really this dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jennifer, I hung out with you for years. You have never heard of me talking to him on the phone. So why would you try to find receipts on something? She knows who I've talked to. So that bothered me. So then it's like, it was just,
How did that rumor even start?
I asked them,
Jeez.
asked them. I have no idea. I have no idea. Apparently, Jennifer said that some lawyer or somebody that she knows in Miami told her or said it like, oh, I heard this. But my thing is to Jennifer, I rocked with you, hung out with you, we partied. You've never, not one time, could ever say, yeah, I think that, one time, I was hanging with her and she was texting him. Or, do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy how people that could be your best friend could become like.
And it's shocking to me because I'm like, girl, I know things aren't good, but I'm not talking about your family. I'm not, trying to, expose you for having an affair with this man that, that could have ruined his relationship with Shawnee, affected. They co-parent very,
Yeah,
very
I saw him
well.
trying to kiss her the other day.
Yeah, and he
She
was there
not-
for Father's Day. It's like, it's taken time for them to become great co-parents.
Right.
So for you to try to expose something like this that's not true to the world could have not only affected my friendship with her, but their family dynamic. Like, to me, it's not that deep. Like, we do basketball-wise, but that's dirty.
That's why I asked. You still want to do this after everything that's coming
I
out?
know.
After
Everybody in my life
it's only
is
been
like
10 minutes, and we got more to talk about. You still want to do basketball?
I don't know why I'm so passionate. I know.
Now, you've been married how many times? Twice?
Once. That one don't count, though.
That one don't
it was
count. All
brief.
right, J-Lo,
But-
that one don't count now.
But it feels like you still have some feelings for Ocho Cinco.
Really? Why?
I don't know, because when people ask you questions like, which one of your exes would you say would come?
But that was a true, you know, like if I had to think about my three main exes and I said to myself, who would be the first one to come save me off of an island? I feel like it would be him.
I think it would be Ocho. I think he still loves you.
Yeah, I feel like it would because he fought, like he wanted us to get back together. And he did. And you know,
You couldn't get past that physical abuse.
I could not get past it. You know, my daughter, you know, just her coming to the hospital, her seeing me, it was humiliating. You know, her crying, and you know, that's an image that I will never forget. So I was like, I got to get out of this. But I still know that he would be probably the first one to get there. Not that Carl and Antoine wouldn't, but I just feel like he would be just a little bit more ahead.
He'd be faster.
He'll be a little faster with
He's
his
an athlete.
fast
He probably
legs.
runs
He
fast.
probably runs faster than all of them at this point. Now,
Do you and Antoine ever speak still?
Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. I'm cool with all my exes. You
Okay.
know, I'm usually not the cause of the breakup. You know what I mean? So I'm cool.
What happened with Carl?
Carl, you know, some things happen.
He cheated.
Some things happen.
He wasn't faithful.
Yeah.
I saw you answering questions
I
on
know.
social media.
You know, I
Was
know.
it one time? Was it twice?
Hell
Did you
no.
come
It was
a couple
once.
times? Once?
It was once that I know of.
Okay.
It was once that I know of, you know, but we have like a cool relationship. We co-parent. We don't have court stuff going on.
So when somebody does you dirty, you out. Like, there is no forgiving. You
I'm
just
gone.
peace, deuces.
Well, with Antoine, I dealt with a lot of stuff. You know, I was young. You know, I'm living this life. You know, life has changed.
You was
I went
having
from
a great time.
Yeah, I went from the Bronx to wearing Gucci
Right.
minks. Life has changed. You know, so it was like, you know,
Sweets in Vegas.
I left my job. You know, I was working for a lawyer. You know, it
He's
was
a secretary?
as an assistant.
Okay.
Yep. So I had left my job. So life had changed. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
now it's none of that. You ain't playing no games.
I'm not playing no games. I just know I'm a good woman. You know, I get a bad rap because I've had 3 associations, but it's okay.
So you never cheated on any of your boyfriends?
Never cheated on
Not
any
one
of them.
time?
Not one time. Not one time.
So with Carl, I saw you and Tami had a back and forth over her commenting on his post.
Yeah.
Right? And you felt like she was being thirsty or whatever, but understanding that she was supporting Meg Thee Stallion. Do you feel like that's...
I just feel like she should have been on Meg Thee Stallion's page. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
feel like Carl, it's not like Carl has 100,000 followers on, you know, Instagram. Like he's active now. And we could talk about the Meg Thee Stallion thing because when we had a conversation that he was going to start this record label. We were still together. And I'm not going to lie. I kind of was like, oh, here we go. An athlete trying to do something in the
Don't
music
do it.
Absolutely.
I did. I thought
Yeah.
that. And he was like, you're a hater. And, you know, so for me to see how good he's doing with it, like, I'm like, okay, I have to give you credit when credit is due.
You got to
because
eat crow now.
I have to eat crow and I'm going to eat it because I want him to do good.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate on him. He does good. Kids are great. You know, like, he is very passionate
Yeah, that was a
about
big
it.
one. That was a big sign.
Yeah,
You-
who would have?
you don't
And
really
people
hear
didn't even know
success
their
stories like this.
affiliation.
You really don't. And I thought it was some bullshit. I did.
You thought he was just trying to holler, this is a way for him to get more girls?
I just was like, really? Because we were still together at the time. I'm like, you're
Did you
gonna
meet Megan?
I haven't met Megan because we broke up at this. By
Oh,
the
okay.
time he started working with Megan, we were done. But prior to that, he's like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking about starting a record label. This is, he retired. I'm like, oh.
You're like, you throw that money away.
I'm
right
like,
off.
oh, here we go. Everybody's about to go broke, right? You know, but he's doing really well. And
He
I'm
is.
really, really proud of him.
Did you
really
enjoy
am.
doing your own show?
I did. You know, going to film was so much easier. You know, it's like you're going to, you know, Leo was little and I had just became a mom again after my kids are 21 years apart. So, you know, it was nice. It was family orientated and, you know, I didn't have to deal with drama and, you know, it was much easier.
Would you get married again?
I would. I feel like my first marriage, I was trying to get that shit annulled. It didn't. I couldn't.
You couldn't,
just
okay.
missed
I couldn't. You
Okay.
know, I couldn't. But I would get married. I love love. I'm a relationship type. I was with Twan for 10 years, married Chad, and with Carl for, you know, 4.5 years. So I'm a relationship type.
Are you seeing somebody now?
No.
You're not dating now?
Oh, shit.
Not
It's about to
dating.
go down.
Not
Not Rob
really dating.
Kardashian.
We gotta. That's
Explain it. Hold on. We gotta
Kardashian.
explain.
I knew that was going
Hold
to
on,
come
this
up
Rob
today.
Kardashian.
You want to quote it? Because if I quote it, I'm gonna sound a little funny.
Okay.
Yeah, you quote it.
So, you said Rob Kardashian has a big sausage.
She ain't say it like that. You say it again.
Okay.
This is how she do it.
Rob Kardashian has a big sausage.
Wow.
And he said, and you a squirter.
Oh my God.
Wow. Sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Grandpa.
It's
Grandpa's
true.
probably like, what is
Grandpa's
going
like,
on?
what is going on in here?
So explain this.
So that really started. I have never seen
His
honest-
sausage.
I've never seen his sausage.
Okay.
It just really started off as a bet. Like I was
What
dared.
kind of bet is
like
this?
I
Safe word?
was dared. I was dared, and I take dares seriously.
Sounds
I'm like,
like safe
don't dare
word.
me because I'll tweet something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wished him we're cool. Never went on a date. I feel like he's an amazing father, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I wished him a happy Father's Day. And I said happy because you know I'm a little crazy. I said happy Father's Day, Big Dick Rob. And he was like, oh, thank you. I bet you won't say that to the world. I said, don't play with me because I would. And he was like, no, you won't. And then that's what ended up happening. So it was really just like I took a bet too serious.
But how does he know you're a squirter?
No, that was a joke. That was
Oh.
a joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, well, in real life, are
I'm
you?
not. No.
Now let me ask you a
No, I don't
question.
know. Yeah.
Not even once?
No, I don't know how to do it.
This is awkward. I'm going to human resources.
I don't know.
Why are you going to human
I
resources?
don't know.
Well, just so you know-
Grandpa's about to go get a shot or something.
Just
Yeesh.
so you know, Envy's a squirter, I heard.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think so.
I'm definitely going to. Grandpa, you ready? Let's go get a drink.
Wait, are you trying to come on to her grandpa?
No, man, this is awkward. Me and Grandpa out of here. He said he watching me. I'm not doing anything. Now, you know you got Rob in the gym now. Because after that post, you know, Rob
He went to
posted a
the
picture
gym.
that he's in the gym now.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
I am so happy.
So would you give Rob, would you give Rob
I
a
think
shot?
Rob was in the gym. Would I give Rob a shot? I think Rob is a nice guy. I really, really do. I think Rob is a nice guy. I feel like he
Yo,
has.
That's a fucked up way of turning somebody down.
No.
Would you give him
no.
a shot? What? He's a
Too much
nice
drama.
guy.
He is. Yeah, there's a
great
lot
guy.
going on.
It's a
there.
lot. Then she's got to deal with all the whole family stuff, and you know,
Well, I like the family. I feel like the family's cool. So they have like haters
until they
sometimes.
turn on you.
Yeah, right. But I feel like I'm a good person, so that wouldn't happen. But I think he's a nice guy. I feel like he has potential for greatness.
Okay.
And I hope he really keeps kicking ass in the gym because I think he's a nice looking man.
So if he gets in the gym and he
Y'all can do
next
squats
year
together.
he has an athlete's body because you like athletics body, would you?
I'm a little past that now. I'll take a little.
So you take a
Ball
dad
of belly, a little ball of belly.
I'll take a little ball of belly.
Okay, all right.
I'll take a little ball
So
of
you're not
belly.
mad if Rob said let's go on a date? You would give it a shot?
I would go on a date with Rob.
Okay, Rob.
There you go.
I'll go on a
Rob,
date
you owe
with
me something.
Rob.
Send me something, Rob. I'm setting you up.
Look, his mom is dating younger. He could date older. Everybody don't.
There you
Right.
go.
Why not?
Now let's talk about your book.
Yes.
All right, because you have a book out called The Perfect Date.
Yeah.
And it feels like some of this is Evelyn.
The perfect date. You ain't found one yet.
I know, but that's why it's fiction and it's like a
Okay.
beach read.
But there's
and-
some real, because it's a baseball player in
I
there.
know.
And
Well, when I started writing this with Holly, I wanted it to feel very authentic. So, like she's Latina from the Bronx and,
had a
she
baby at a young age.
Yup, was going to nursing school. I was going to nursing school too. I thought I was going to be a nurse. I was going to Bronx Community College thinking I was, this is what I was going to
Okay.
do for my life.
Right.
So, I want the book to feel, I wanted the book to feel very, personal to my life. Obviously being in this world of sports, there's things that you deal with, there's things that you see. So be able to put these like stories in the book is always fun. So that's how it pretty much comes about.
And I see in the, because they just sent me some information on the book today, right? I see that it says that he pretended, the baseball player wanted to settle down, but it was just all a lie. Is that based on reality?
Yeah.
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 So you think Carl never had any intention of for real settling down?
No, I think he did. I feel like we had a good run and then at somewhere it went left, I mean, we never argued in our relationship. When I found out that something was off,
How did you find out?
a friend.
Always a friend.
A friend.
Did you confirm it though? Because
Was it a male or female friend?
I had a conversation with him and he admitted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was straight up, and he was like, I'm sorry, you don't deserve this. I had just did 3 cycles of IVF. We were getting married that summer. Planning a wedding, put the money down, and it was done. It's hard for me to move forward from that. And I'm older now. Like I don't want to eat bullshit. You know, it's like I don't.
You put up with a lot more when you're younger.
You do, because you're young. But I'm mature now, and I know what I bring to the table.
And you
know?
did three cycles of IVF?
I did 3 cycles of IVF. I had 3 miscarriages in a year.
Oh my goodness.
So, after Leo, which was so shocking to me because I got pregnant from Leo, we planned him, a month later, got pregnant. So then after that, kept getting pregnant. And for some, obviously I was 37, 38, considered high risk. And I kept having miscarriages. Yeah.
So you really wanted, because you had your stomach must have been effed up from poking yourself all the time.
Yeah.
And your ass was messed up for poking yourself. And then you're taking them pills every day. Like, it's and it's very expensive.
I'm $20,000 each time.
Sheesh.
It was very, very pricey. But we wanted to have another child together. But,
So, let's talk about this new season of Basketball Wives that is coming up. So are your children going to be on there?
my son is on the show. Yeah, both of my kids are on the show. Leo, well, the reason how Leo came about, because I was protective of him, filming, but I want people to see that part of my life. I'm not just going to argue and check you or whatever the situation is. Like, I'm a mom first, so I want to be able to find a balance of, you see me, me being a mom, what I'm doing for work, and then the other drama, so I always want to try to find a balance as much as I can. So he's on it, which is pretty funny. Because at some point he was like, why is everybody mic'd but me? So
he wants a mic.
Yeah, and he's so goofy. Like, as soon as we start filming, sometimes I'm like, I'm about to pluck his ass. You know what I mean? Because he just be like on the floor saying crazy stuff. But that's his personality. He definitely has a good combination of Carl and I, because Carl has no filter. Have y'all ever talked to him?
Never.
No.
Child.
No filter at all.
We'll get him up
When I
here.
tell you he is Houston, he is Houston, like no filter. Like, he makes me uncomfortable.
Jeez.
So that is Leo for sure. And Shanice, she ended up filming and she was fine with it.
Now, do you use flat tummy tea?
Yeah, I do.
But people are mad at you for saying if you use flat tummy tea, that's how you stay in shape.
I do. No, but that's not the only thing I do. I use several things.
Okay.
I work out. I eat clean.
Right. You can't just use flat tummy tea and think that's going to do everything for you.
No. Or even these creams. Like, I'm like, you're not going to use this cream and all of your belly fat's going to be gone. Like, that's not real. That's not realistic.
All right, well, let me stop using those creams then.
It's not working for you?
No.
Emmy actually was using a waist trainer before. We
That
have
was
video.
a joke. It was a joke.
Was he? Emily
It was
looks
a joke.
good.
It was a joke.
Keep it
was a
going.
joke.
By
It
the
was a
way,
joke.
you have a beautiful family.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you do.
We have 5. We shooting for one more.
What?
Yeah, we want one
She
more.
said, what?
Even it out.
Oh my
And it's
God.
crazy because for the five, it was, I touched my wife, she's pregnant, no problem. This one ain't the same.
Really? This one's like, I'm not.
This ain't easy, man. We've been,
But every year he says that's it.
this is it though. The 6.
He
after
says that,
six-
that's what I'm saying. Every single
Nah, 6
year
is
he
it.
says, this is it.
She
We're not
looks
having any more.
really good for having 5 kids.
She looks
What
really
does
good
she
for
do?
having no kids even.
Yeah, she's her body bounces back. She's never had surgeries.
Her snapback is really good.
She doesn't work out. She eats like a pig. She's just lucky.
She's lucky. Is she Spanish?
She's Puerto Rican, Jamaican, and Asian.
Oh, wow.
Everything.
She got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, but she eats like a big person. And
Yeah.
I gain weight when she eats. I just I don't.
Do you gain weight when she's pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah, they usually
It's a
say
good
that
excuse.
about the man.
Yeah.
So are you happy this season so far?
Am I happy? I mean, I have happy moments.
Oh.
There's some happy moments, but the Jennifer thing comes to head on the show this season. So that was, that's hard for me because that's a real, I'm emotional about that. And then you have other cast members that are just annoying as hell. Like, I'm like, you are by far one of the most annoying cast members I've ever had.
Who's the most annoying?
Oh, God, I don't even want to give her this light.
Go ahead.
OG.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's the one that her husband, well, she also plays, doesn't she play sports as well?
Yeah.
Football?
Yeah, she retired.
Mm-hmm.
She retired, and I guess her boyfriend played ball overseas or something like that.
Right.
Why is she so annoying?
You'll see.
You ever watch the show and be like, I was kind of petty here?
No, sometimes I say to myself, why did I handle that situation like that? Like I'll go back and I'll look at it and be like, ooh, like even I just posted the teaser today because I was holding off on wanting to post
You're
it.
like, I don't want to hear this feedback.
I know. And I'm like, but I'm human, I'm human and I'm very passionate when it comes to motherhood and my kids, you know, and that's just what it is. Like, and I feel like, you know, you said people know that that's gonna get me to react, because other than that, you can say anything. I don't care. Oh, girl, you a hoe, whatever. I don't care about that stuff. But my babies is a problem.
So do you fight this season? Oh, no more fighting. You done with the fight. You retired the fight.
I got into it.
You fought?
I got not fought, but I got it got heat.
Aggressive.
It got really
Can
heated.
you still fight?
Right, really. I think I could throw a jab or two.
All right. Well, we don't
I
want to see
grew
you
up
fight
in the
no more.
Bronx. Like you
But
know.
yeah, you right now you're at a point where you just don't want to fight no more.
I don't. I really, really don't.
But you will whip a bitch ass if you have to.
For my daughter, for sure.
Has Shanice forgiven Jennifer?
I think so. Yeah. Shanice is very like, she's like a Buddha doll. You know what I'm saying? She's very like, you know, so drama free. She does yoga. She's a different breed of kid. You know, she grew up different. So, you know, she didn't grow up like me, you know, inner city kid. Like she's very just zen, and she's just like, oh, well, you know, that's fine. That's how she is. I need to be a little bit more like her all the time.
I saw Jennifer didn't do the reunion. She came up here instead.
And she lied to y'all.
Why? What happened?
Because she was playing the victim when she was here. You know what I mean? Like she was up here, and she was just kind of did her own reunion. And this is the thing, so much happened that involved you that you put yourself in. Why wouldn't you come to the reunion and everybody hash it out? It's
Right.
like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
That's
you put
hard though,
yourself-
because I think
She doesn't
being
like
a target at
confrontation,
the
though.
reunion and knowing that people are going to be coming at you, it was a lot.
She don't like face-to-face confrontation, it seems like.
Yeah, well, then don't be messy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, it's like you put yourself in it, so you have to sit in that seat and deal with it. And I feel like a lot could have been accomplished at the reunion. Reunions suck. Nobody says, woohoo, we're going
Right.
to film the reunion. I am so
You never know what's
excited.
gonna happen.
Everybody hates it. Like, it is, like, I hate it. If you're there for 5 hours, you're kind of dealing with stuff or whatever that you don't want to deal with. But you do it because a lot of the times you kind of get to nip things in the bud or talk about whatever happened, or, you know. So, you know, I wish she would have ended up going, because it just continued.
But we appreciate
It
you
made
for
it worse.
joining us. Basketball Wives.
Evelyn's
season
first
8.
time here on the Breakfast
I
Club.
know, my cherry is popped.
That's right. Charlamagne would love to see you, but he didn't come in today.
Yeah, he's in LA.
Oh, he
but
is?
I am looking forward to the season, and I am really, for real, hoping, just because I've seen y'all together and I've known all the things that you guys have been through, and I get it, like, friendships go through things, and I just want to say as a lesson for people, when you're friends with somebody, when y'all not friends for a period of time, we should make sure that we don't talk and tell each other's secrets to anybody.
I agree.
Because I'm sure it works both ways, too.
I agree.
Because I'm sure you might have said things you regretted saying also.
I told her to her face.
Right.
You
So
know?
in general, that's a good lesson for people.
Yeah.
Even if you were great friends with somebody, y'all have a falling out, let's not talk ish about each other, because then it's going to make it hard when y'all become friends again.
Yeah, I don't think, because we did experience a lot of things throughout the years, no one can ever say to Jennifer, Evelyn told me this about you that you did when you were hanging out. You understand what I'm
That you
saying?
didn't say to her face yourself.
No, I feel like when we were in Tahiti, I said something that I shouldn't have said, just as a friend. We were having a heated argument back then. But I don't talk about her. I don't talk about things that she's done, her business, who she done mess with. I'm not going to do that to you. Still, Shawnee could never say, Evelyn's talked to me about her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was a little kind of taken back by the things that happened. But it's okay. I'm not angry.
Right.
You know, it is what it is. I do hope that we can get to a place where we're cool. Like, are you going to be around my kids? No. But, you know, we could be cordial, you know.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
It's Evelyn Lozada. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.